Coach, what were some of the things that you took away from the scrimmage at Muhlenberg?
I thought our kids played hard. I thought they ran to the ball. We had some penalties we got to clean up, but they were aggressive penalties and kids were competing. And just glad we got a chance to get out here today and play. I mean, it's been a long 2 weeks where they're banging on each other, so it's nice for them to be able to play against somebody else.
How did it feel for you personally to be back out here as the head coach?
Oh, it's great. I mean, just enjoying working with kids. It's nice to see some growth over 2 weeks, and our guys have been working hard. It's just good to be around that and be able to see it.
How much did you miss, being out in the field as a head coach?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily the field. It's just everything. It's when you run comprehensive programs year round, you get to see so much growth out of kids, young men, and how they grow. And you miss that. When you realize you miss that, you got to get back into it.
Ian Winchester led the team in tackles last season. What is it that makes him such a productive player?
Well, he's got a motor, and he's a wrestler, and those guys can go forever, and that's kind of him. And he's a physical guy, and he runs to the ball, and it's just effort's a little different.
It seemed like Dom Caruso was at Twin Valley for about 10 years. He's finally graduated. Who should we look at running back this season?
Well, there'll be a lot of guys. Evan Johnson got some carries today. Jaden Goebel got some carries today. Taggart, Drew Angle. I mean, we expect to make up for those yardage, 4 or 5 different guys.
And Trey Freeman was another 4-year starter. Who are going to be the primary targets at wide receiver?
We saw Zulte today and Pinchatti, and then we'll get our running backs involved in a lot of the pass games, and then Ben Sperry will get some reps next week, and again, it'll be a group effort to make up for those yardage.
Your son is back at quarterback. What's it like coaching your son?
Well, I've prided myself on treating kids like they're my children and coaching them hard and loving them up afterwards, and this is no different. The only difference is that if I coach him up too hard, I got to hear it from his mother.
Do you guys talk a lot of football at home, or do you try and leave it at the field?
We talk football, but we've always talked football. It's nothing different whether we were at a different school or not. I mean, he's been with me on the sideline since he was 3 or 4 years old and has always had a lot of questions, and this is no different.
We talked about some of the skill guys, but every coach will say games are won up front. Yep. So who are the linemen that you're going to be relying on?
We saw Mason. He's our leader among leaders. You got Paul McClune and Ben Savage and Phillips and Eric Drake and Noah Rome and then Sam Donlin. So we got a large group of pretty big kids there that are all competing for playing time, and it'll be exciting to watch the film and start working on that depth chart for the first time.
Last season there are a lot of freshmen and sophomore on the roster. Do you feel like the program's up and coming as far as at the youth level, getting more kids involved and kind of getting the numbers up a little bit?
Well, I think. We're sitting right around 50 kids right now, and our junior high, 7, 8, 9, we're over 60 players, and I know the numbers coming up through are 25 to 30 per age limit. So so we're trending in the right direction.
What do you think about joining the Lancaster Lebanon League?
I don't think much about it. We got a game next week, and it doesn't matter what league you're in, somebody's going to show up, and we got to play.
There's been a lot of talk about Section 2 and Section 4, not so much about Section 3. Yep. What do you think about the competition level in the section you're going to be in?
Don't think about it much. We worry about ourselves. To be honest with you, I don't think I could name our section. I know there's a couple teams, that Daniel Boone, I think Fleetwood from our league, but to be honest, I'm not even sure who's in it. I just know that we got break down today's film and set a game plan for next week.
At Middletown, you had a lot of tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar type of kids. Do you feel like you have that same type of player at Twin Valley?
Without a doubt. We got a hard-working community with a ton of athletic success, and we plan on using the same exact type of roadmap that we use there. Blocking and tackling and doing things the right way, and hopefully it leads to some success.
I know football is a huge part of your life, but what other things do you like just for fun?
I read a little bit and hang out with the kids and swim a little bit with them.
Yeah. No hunting, fishing, anything like that?
I'm pretty boring. Not much fun stuff in my life.
Well, good luck to you this season. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.